up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So today's video, I'm actually going to share with you one of my favourite homemade soup recipes. I'm going to share with you a Scotch broth. Now, if you don't know, I am from Scotland, and this is just one of those soups that I was brought up on and I absolutely love. Now, traditionally Scotch broth is made with meat, so lamb, mutton, sort of anything like that, but I am a vegetarian if you didn't know. My husband and my kids are not vegetarian, but I am, so this is just the vegetarian Scotch broth recipe that I make. Now, it is one of those really hearty, heavy, healthy soups that just make you feel so good and warm and cozy inside once you've eaten it. So it's perfect for the autumn and fall season, and I thought I would share the recipe with you. Now, this video is actually in collaboration with 7 other amazing YouTube ladies that I've become really good friends with here on YouTube. They all provide similar content to myself. They provide cleaning motivation, organisation, motherhood, lifestyle hacks, everything that I pretty much love and do on my channel. So if you really enjoy the content that I provide, then I know you'll love their channel too. So I'd love it if you'd head on over and check their channel out once you've finished watching this video. Now, this soup is obviously not perfect. This is just the way that I make it. The way you can make Scotch broth is 100 different ways. This is just the way that I like it. So I thought I would share that recipe with you. And yeah, I just thought I would see what you guys think. So if you do end up trying this recipe, I'd love to know down below in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you would, so you can stick around for future videos just like this one. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy, and let's just get started. So this is just a mixture of Scotch broth mix. It's a mixture of red lentils, green peas, yellow split peas, pearl barley. It was just what I had left over in the cupboard, so I used that up. I have a leek there, 2 small onions, 2 very large carrots, which I didn't need all of, a very large half swede, which I also didn't need all of. I just took off what I wanted. Some kale there, which I added in towards the end of the soup mixture just to sort of soften it, and also some tiger loaf, which is my absolute favourite to have with any homemade soup. So the first thing I had to do was actually soak the Scotch broth mix. You can leave this overnight if you want to, but I left it for about 4 hours just before I started to make my soup. I sort of did it just after dinner time, and then by the time I ended up making the soup, it was perfect. I just left it on my bunker in cold water with a tea towel sitting on top just to soak them up before I started to chop up all my vegetables and start the soup. So when it comes to chopping the vegetables, I'm not perfect. I like my soup quite chunky. Obviously, if you like it smaller pieces, you can chop it down thinner, but I quite like my soup quite chunky, so I left it in quite big pieces. I sometimes have blended this soup down for my kids if they are having it, but this batch was probably just for myself. So obviously I cut up all the vegetables. I didn't need all the carrot, I didn't need all the leek, and I didn't need all the swedes, so I popped the rest of that back in the fridge to use another day. And yeah, this is pretty much the process of making my soup.
We stumble and fall, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
So into the soup I'm adding about 1.3 litres of stock, so this is about 2.5 stock cubes. I have made my own stock in the past, but for this recipe I just decided to use the stock cubes that I had in my cupboard. So it was about 2.5 stock cubes I added. I didn't add any extra salt because I obviously wasn't sure if I was going to give any to my kids, so I didn't want to add it, and then I can obviously add that at a later stage. But I did decide to add some garlic granules just into it. Just a little sprinkle. I don't have any fresh garlic. I don't really cook with fresh garlic, so I didn't want to buy any just to make this soup. I just added a little bit of the garlic granules there just to add a little bit extra flavour.
Listen to it, couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
So now that I've added the garlic and the Scotch broth mix, I am letting that cook for about 35 minutes. Obviously I continue to stir it just to make sure it is okay. And then after about 35 minutes I added some kale. I don't like to add that in too early because I don't want it to wilt down too much. So I add that in and then I let it boil for another sort of 15 minutes or so. I added just a little bit extra hot water just so it doesn't go too thick. Scotch broth obviously can be quite a thick soup, so it depends on how you like it. This is obviously just my way that I make it. It can be made 100 different ways, and the general way to make this is obviously with meat, but I'm making it vegetarian. So this is just the way that we like it, and this is the way that I have it. So I've added the kale now. I will boil it for another sort of 15 minutes or so, and while that's doing it I will butter up some tiger loaf, which is amazing with this soup. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to butter some up and then the soup will pretty much be ready.
Still caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure.
And so that is my soup pretty much ready. As you can see, it is quite a thick Scotch broth. This is the way we like it. Like I said, it can be done 100 different ways. This is the way I like it, quite thick. It's really filling, really delicious, really tasty. You feel so good when you've got all those root vegetables and the barley and lentils, and it's absolutely amazing, especially for a horrible rainy day, which it was here in Scotland the day that I made this. And it goes incredible with that tiger loaf bread. So I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you will try out this recipe. Please let me know down below if you ever do try it out. I'd love to see what you think of it. It tastes incredible and it is one of my absolute favourite dinners to make. So please head on over and check out the other ladies if you haven't already. They are incredible and I know that you will love them if you're enjoying my channel. And if you've come from any of their channels, then hi, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope that you will stick around and subscribe, and I really hope that you will continue to enjoy my videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Just thought I should let you know, yeah, now, no, it's no more, no.